just because you're holding to the rod doesn't mean that you have a clear vision of everything that's ahead of you, right? Just because you're receiving personal revelation, you have the Word of God, does not mean you know you can see all things. There are moments where those people could have a glimpse of the tree that's ahead of them, and they knew big picture where they were heading. There's a lot of times where they were holding the rod in the midst of darkness, and right, that's life.
Mm-hmm.
That is life, and that shows us how, like, personal revelation, the Word of God, it doesn't give us the clear vision of all things. It gives us direction.
Mm-hmm.
With holding to the rod, we're able to keep moving forward, pressing forward.
Yeah.
And that's the power of revelation, is that we can have direction no matter where we are in life, what we're going through. The Lord can give us a clear direction to go.
Yeah, and I really like in verse 19 where Lehi talks about seeing he beholds the rod of iron, and it extends along the bank of the river, leading to the tree. But then in verse 20, and this is, I think, pretty critical, he says, I beheld a straight and narrow path which came along by the rod of iron. Why does that matter? Well, because the truth is that straight and narrow path is likely not big enough for me to hold somebody's hand who is holding on to the rod, right? The thing about this vision is it appears to me, or at least the way I like to envision it, is everybody has to hold to the rod individually, right? You cannot be led and borrow light off of somebody else that is holding onto the rod and moving down that path. That path is too narrow and too dangerous for you to stand off to the side holding on to somebody's hand as they do what is right, to be led by revelation and by the Spirit and by the Scriptures. So we have to individually each take it upon ourselves in order to walk that narrow path, that we are able to hold to that rod and that we can receive the revelation we need personally to stay true and faithful and to persevere through those mists of darkness that are pervasive. They're always coming and going, and that's never going to change.
Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.